That's okay. Hi, good morning. Is that Ricardo? I think so. Hi, long time no see. Good to see you this morning. Great. Okay, well, you can mute or unmute your camera and your microphone. It's up to you. Because sometimes you have questions before or after class, and I'm perfectly willing to listen. That's what I'm here for. As a yoga teacher, that's what I'm here for. I hope you had a nice long weekend yourself, Connie. Yeah.
I've
Good
been
one.
trying to meditate, and I've been.
Good. How's it going?
Well, for the first week, I did it for 5 minutes, and it went so fast. I thought there was something wrong with my timer. I went and checked my timer. Well, now I'm doing 10 minutes, and I just started that.
Well, good for you.
But you know, there's nothing you can probably help me with. It's my own body. For some reason, I get anxious.
It's you and your mind. Okay, it's you and this mind.
That's the biggest problem I'm having.
Yes, that is the hard part. And it's the hardest part for everybody. It's just difficult. So it takes practice. So I'm glad you're practicing. Just give it some time, okay? Should work out well. All right, let's start in a nice, easy seated position. And let's see, I haven't had yoga in a little bit myself, so I just want you to get comfortable on your sit bones, please. So wriggle around a little bit, and then tilt your pelvis forward and back a little bit. Start to move into your body. Get some nice free movement going so that you can feel your spine if it wants to move or if it's feeling a little stiff or whatever. Just kind of rocking forward and back. Just start to feel what the body feels like today, okay? Every day is different. Don't ever expect to come to your mat and have everything exactly the same as it was yesterday. It just doesn't happen that way. So you go with the flow. You say, okay, this is what I'm capable of today, or this is what my body wants to do today. And that's what you do. So for now, take a nice deep inhale. On your exhale, bring your hands together at your heart center. Touch the thumbs right into the sternum. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, bow your head. Now, scan your body and see how you're feeling. Check in with all the little nooks and crannies or soft spots or sore spots that show up for you. And breathe into that just for a few moments here. I want you to breathe slowly, mindfully, come into you, come into your heart space. Leave everything outside the room that doesn't belong here. Just focus on you for these few moments. While you breathe, set an intention for your practice today. Also, or maybe use an affirmation that will mean something for you today. Put all of that in your heart and breathe into it. Soften your face, keep your jaw soft. "20 more seconds, please. Just breathe into your heart center, pull the belly in. And come into you. wherever you are. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, allow the hands to come to your lap. Raise your face. Open your eyes very gently, coming into the room. And we'll put movement into the body by taking the arms up. Look up to the thumbs. Exhale. Reach forward. Oh boy. Stretch out your spine. Come to your fingertips if you want to and drop your head. Breathe deeply into your belly twice. Keep walking your fingertips away from you if you can to stretch through the arms and the side body and the back and the length through the spine. And start to wake everything up, and then pull the belly in. Start to walk the hands back towards your torso. Stack one vertebra on top of the other until the top of the head reaches for the sky. Nice and slow and easy. We're just doing a nice warm up. Change the cross of the legs. Inhale and lift. Exhale, bring it forward. Reach out to the fingertips maybe. Lift your hands and straighten out the arms. Drop your head. Breathe deeply twice. Right into the belly. Good. At the bottom of your exhale, pull the belly in first. Walk the hands back towards the torso. Stack one vertebra on top of the other. Take your time, please, until the top of the head reaches for the sky. Take your right hand to your left knee and take the left hand just behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, take a quarter of a turn to your left. Let your head go right with your spine. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, another quarter of a turn. One more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale. Now take it however deeply you care to. Maybe you'll adjust your spine in this. And then one round of breath. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, bring it back around to the front and change sides. Inhale, look straight ahead, lift. Exhale, quarter of a turn. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, quarter of a turn. Take your navel with you. Inhale. Exhale. Take this however deeply you care to. Use your hands. Twist your navel towards your right. Take one round of breath. And then deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring it back around to the front. Oh, good. Let's uncross the legs and bring them out in front of us and shake them. Just bounce your knees up and down as you go up and down the IT band. Okay, the outside of your legs. Make sure everything is flowing nicely wherever you happen to be. And then find those sit bones once again. Arms come high. Flex the toes, flex your feet. Exhale, we're coming forward as in chair pose. Only we're actually seated here, okay? You might feel your hamstrings right now. I know I do. Inhale, lift, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, another 2 or 3 or 4 inches down. Keep the head lifted and growing right off your spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, let's take it down this time. Wherever your hands get to, maybe they'll get to the outsides of the feet. I like to put mine over the tops of my feet and then drop my head. Oh, and then breathe into my belly a couple of times. This is a complete back body stretch. Pull the toes towards your head so that you can feel the Achilles and the calf muscles into the hamstrings all the way up and then through your spine. And then drop your head so you can actually feel the stretch through your neck. And breathe. Whew. Let your shoulders roll forward. Take a deep inhale, toes come towards you. On the exhale, press the balls of your feet into the palms of your hand and lengthen out the arms a little bit more and the spine. And again, as you inhale, flex the feet. Breathe completely into the torso, and as you exhale, push the feet, the balls of the feet into the palms of the hand. And you'll get a deeper stretch. Go back. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Now I want you to just stay here for just a couple of minutes with yourself. Breathe. Point and flex your feet if you'd like. See how far you can get your head towards the feet. Reaching down. Wherever you are, take a nice deep inhale. At the exhale, then, start to walk the hands back towards you. Let's round the back. Stack one vertebra on top of the other, pulling the navel in towards the spine till the top of the head reaches for the sky. Yeah, good. Pick up the knees. Let's take them out to the side. Nice straddle. Oof. Okay. Take the hands behind you. You can settle on your fingertips or go right into the palms, whichever feels good to you, but take your shoulders and your elbows back. And then scoop the shoulder blades under your heart center and lift to the sky. And breathe. And enjoy. Pretend you have that string pulling from the top of your head. So your head is just reaching out, out, out. You're trying to lengthen through the spine, through the neck. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, just bring your head up. Don't move anything else. Just bring the head up. And once you're up and you have your bearings, start to walk the hands towards the body. Coming straight up and down. Hands come in front of you this time, and we're going forward. So let's get a nice deep stretch if we can. Take it wherever it goes for you. Start rather high, as long as it's comfortable. And as you breathe, make your way down as far as the torso wants to go. As much as your inner thighs want to stretch. Flex your feet, please, and make sure the toes are headed right up to the sky, okay? And breathe. And just kind of focus on those inner thighs. Think about the action in your legs, engaging all of the muscles as in Tadasana. The ankles, you're squeezing those muscles, the calves and shins, you're coming up through those knees, and you're pressing through the hamstrings. Breathe into that and think about it and feel it while you do it. And we'll stay here for about 30 seconds. So just breathe, stay with you. Feel the breath as you inhale it. Come in, go down through the spine, out through the hips, the legs, the inner thighs. Feel that breath moving in your body. And watch it with your inner sight. Imagine on your deep inhale, pushing that air, that breath, the prana, the energy, all the way out to the feet. And then you exhale everything out. And maybe as you exhale, your body can let go a little bit more, maybe. One more deep inhale. And then exhale it out. Just kind of test the water, see how far you want to go. And then pull the belly in first. If you want to stay here for another moment or so, feel free and catch up later. Then walk the hands back towards the torso. Bring the spine up in a long line. Just walk it all the way up until the top of the head reaches for the sky. Okay, and then we're going to take this right hand down the right leg and take this left arm up and over the top, and we're going to stretch sideways over this leg. Okay, keep that toes pointed straight up. See if you can look underneath this arm. Maybe bring that left arm behind your head as much as possible and keep your chin lifted. And breathe into that stretch. Breathe right into your left lung. And again, on your next inhale, bring it up. Just come on up, nice and easy, careful. Take that left hand out to the left leg. Right arm comes up and over the top. Press through that right sit bone as you stretch to the left side. Maybe look underneath this arm once again. See if you can look under it. Bring the arm behind you as best you can. And breathe. And again. Feel your rib cage expand on the inhale. And on the exhale, maybe you'll loosen up something. Your body will give just a little bit more. On your next inhale, come on up. Just reach it up. Good. Both arms come out to the side. Turn the hands, the palms to face the back wall. Bring the hands behind you. Interlace them. Take your shoulders and arms back. Maybe they'll come up for you. Maybe. Give it a go. See how that works. Try to keep your ribs soft, the lower rib cage soft, so that you're not totally arched in your low back. Pull that in and sit up nice and straight. One more deep inhale. Good. And then release those hands, bring them back around to the front. Turn the palms over and let's take them up just a bit. Just take them all the way up. Keep your shoulders down your back. Reaching up, feel flames coming out of your fingertips. And then exhale the arms out to the side once again. Okay, and then we're gonna turn the palms over and push the palms out. Yeah, and then we're gonna turn to the left. Let's see if you can keep your shoulders down your back and reach it back. And then on the inhale, you'll come in and turn to your right, pushing through those hands, shoulders down your back. And again, take it to the left. Take your twist. Breathe it. One more time, take it around to the right. Holding those arms nice and strong. Deep inhale. Good. And then as you come back to the front, just bring your right arm in to meet your left. We're going to interlace these fingers and then turn the palms out and press to the front of the room. Just give your shoulders a little bit different feel right here. Give it a nice stretch. And then on your next inhale, take the arms up, overhead if you can. Keep the arms as straight as possible. Just kind of come up to your ears, maybe hug. Breathe into this. One more deep inhale. And on the exhale, you can release the hands and bring them down. Okay, and then pick up your knees. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together. And then we'll rock and roll side to side. And give your sit bones and your hams, your attachments here, a little bit of a massage. Because that always feels good after a deep stretch. Good. And then as you come to center, to neutral, once again, sit up nice and straight and tall. Push the feet away from you just a little bit. And then take a deep inhale, lift and lengthen through the top of the head. And on the exhale, I want you to press into these knees with your arms as best you can and come forward, lengthening through the spine. Keep the spine long. Take it down however far it feels good to you without your shoulders coming up to your ears. Keep them down your back. Reach out through the top of the head. Press through those knees. Breathe into whatever it is you feel in your hips and your low back. Pull the belly in to protect the low back. Okay, help protect it. Maybe rock a little bit forward and back once again, up and down with the torso, just a tiny bit. You don't have to make much movement to feel any opening that might happen. So you just breathe into it. And then on your next inhale, walk your hands up. Grab your toes. Just walk your hands around these toes here. You can interlace them if you want to. Then take a deep inhale, lengthen through the spine once again. Pull the shoulders down your back. And then let your back round. And let your head come down towards the feet. And once you're here, breathe into your belly, into your entire torso. You're going to feel like a bellows is happening in your rib cage. Allow everything to expand. Nice deep inhales and exhales. And maybe you'll drop your neck just a little bit more. Drop your head down. Let your neck just relax. 3 more deep inhales and exhales. Last one. Exhale it down. At the bottom, pull your belly in a little bit tighter. Keep your back rounded. Walk the hands back towards the torso. Stack one vertebra on top of the other. Your head will be the last thing to come up once again until the top of the head reaches for the sky. Ah, good. Let's come over the tops of the knees and find our tabletop. Whatever's comfortable for you. So find your best tabletop that you ever had. And then inhale, take a nice cow stretch. Arch your back. Stretch your neck. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, lift the back body high. And again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Lift the back body for your cat stretch. Again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Good. Excuse me. Press into your right hand. Take your left arm up by the ear. Thumb faces up, and then take that right leg straight back. Let's see how our balance is today. Just check in. Keep your gaze down and out towards the end of your mat, maybe further than the mat. Your neck is not cranked up in any way. Let your neck go right off your spine. And breathe. And keep that back leg just as strong as the one you're kneeling on. One more deep inhale. Lift the arm and the leg about 1 inch. Drop that, I don't forget if I'm on opposite or not. I'm dropping my right hand. I forget where I'm at. Bend your back knee. Okay, so the palm or the sole of the foot reaches up. You're going to pump it up for 1, for 2, 3. Squeeze your hips. 4, 5, 6, 7. Lift and hold. Squeeze the hips, pull the belly, press into the hands, and lengthen through the spine. Then exhale, take the leg back, out to the front, out to the back, and then you're going to drop it into your tabletop. Inhale, come into your cow stretch. Exhale into your cat. Woo. Pull that back body up. Give yourself a nice deep stretch. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, tuck the chin. Good. This time, as you come in, step into that left hand and take your right arm up by your ear. And then take that left leg straight back. We'll check in with your balance. Squeeze your hips. Try to have the back leg as high as it can be, up by about the height of your hip. Breathe. Yeah. And then on your next inhale, lift and lengthen both arm and leg. And then we're going to drop the left hand down and bend that right leg. And then we're going to pump it up for 1, for 2. Squeeze your hips for 3, 4, 5, 6. Pump, 7, 8. Hold it up for just a moment, please. Try to lengthen through the spine and press into your hands, shoulders down your back. And then as you lengthen out through that back leg, take it straight out and then bring it back into your table. Very nice. Inhale, looking up. Cat, cow stretch. Exhale, cat. Woo. Give yourself a nice deep stretch. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, cat stretch once again. Good. This time, as you come forward, walk your hands, keep your hips high. We'll come into our puppy dog stretch. I have to be able to see you guys. So the hands are straight out in front. Keep the arms straight. When your head gets close to the floor, your face, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, take your forehead through the arms. All the way to the mat, if it's doable. Grab the mat with your fingertips and see if you can pull. You want to see if you can pull your torso right between your arms. And at the same time, you're pulling back on your tailbone. Breathe into that. Good. And then start to walk the hands back towards you as you pick the head up. And you'll get the hands so that they are underneath your shoulders. Every knuckle touches the floor. Curl the toes under. Pick your hips way up. And then push it back for downward facing dog. Hello. First down dog of the day. Doesn't that feel good? Bend your left knee. Press through that right heel. Get a nice stretch down the back of your leg. And reverse. Push through that left heel. Keep pushing your hips up, up, and back with your arms. Push, push, push. Inhale and walk. Mindfully walk this dog. Inhale and walk. And then just put both heels, let them go back, pressing into the arms. I want you to push your tailbone high, fly it high. Maybe separate the sit bones by using those hip muscles, okay? Among other things. Get the best dog you've ever had ever in your life right now. Breathe. Lengthen through the spine. And then you're going to look up to where you're going and you're going to step or walk or jump your feet up between these hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Straighten through the legs if you can. Exhale, forward fold. And then heel and toe the feet, hips width. We're going to grab opposite elbows and we're going to hang here for a few moments. Uttanasana, forward fold, standing. We did our seated forward fold earlier. And once again, this is a complete back body stretch. You can rock yourself forward. The body rocks forward to the balls of the feet. Maybe rock yourself to the heels. You can sway your hips side to side as the stretch goes into different muscles. Pay attention to what's going on. Breathing. Good. And then let's take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, drop your hands back towards the floor and bend your knees. Just bend your knees. Let your head drop. Now, let everything hang as you push into the feet to unroll your body. You're just going to roll it all the way up until the top of the head reaches for the sky. Good. Take your shoulders forward and up and back. Forward and up and back. Nice. Oh my gosh. Take the arms out to the side and cross them here. Just stand wide for a moment and cross them here. Cross them right over left, left over right. Switch them. And then when your right one comes on top, turn the hands to face each other. See if you can touch those hands. Pick your elbows up. Now, your legs are in Tadasana, so you're very solid on your legs. Kneecaps are lifted, thighs are engaged, everything is engaged here. Take a deep inhale. Pick your elbows up a little higher, push the hands away just a little bit more, and breathe right between your shoulder blades. You'll get more stretch if you want it. You can drop your chin and breathe right between those shoulder blades. Nice and deep. One more time. At the bottom of this exhale, release those hands out. Shake them out a little bit and then out over the top, out over the top. Shake your legs if you need to. Shake your body if you need to. Whatever feels good to you. This time, the left arm is going to come over the top. And then take your Tadasana in your legs. Turn the hands to face each other. Lift the elbows up. Maybe you can connect your thumbs around each other or somewhere like that. Pull the belly. Squeeze your hips. Pick the elbows up. Shoulders are down. Send your hands away. Take a deep inhale. Breathe right between your shoulder blades. Your shoulders are rounded forward. Maybe you can drop your chin and you'll get a deeper stretch right between those shoulder blades. One more, deep inhale. And then release the arms as you come out of that. Shake the hands. Just let them go. You want your wrists to flop, okay? Shake the torso and your booty. Shake your legs, okay? Good. And then wave at me. And then wave at you. Good. Wave them at each other. Okay, let your wrists just go, right? And then make a fist and snap your fingers out. Make a fist and snap. Make a fist and snap. One more, fist and snap. Nice. As we come to the top of the mat, bring the feet together or as comfortably together as you can. Bring the hands together at your heart center. Find your Tadasana. Breathe here for just a moment. On your next, let's inhale and exhale. Let's inhale. On the exhale, push the hands down and let all the air out. On your inhale, take the arms up, look up to your thumbs. Exhale, big swan dive, forward fold. Whew. Inhale, come up halfway, arch the back and pick up your neck. Exhale, bend the knees, plant your hands, step all the way back to a push-up position. Now we're going to come over the tip tops of the toes, Chaturanga. You can go to the mat for Cobra or scoop it through for Up Dog. Lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yes, push it back. Step or walk or jump your feet up. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing all the way up. Arms come up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's keep going. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, big swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step or lightly jump back to a push-up position. Chaturanga. Or take it through the Florida Cobra, whichever works for you better. You come to up dog, then squeeze and pull it back into downward facing dog, push. Get a nice stretch in the low back, step or walk or jump. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press the feet, arms come out and up. Exhale, hands come to your heart center. Once again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, big swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step or lightly jump back to your push-up position. Now we're gonna hold the push-up. Just stay here for just a moment. Pull the belly in. Okay, I'm gonna turn around a little bit so I can see ya, maybe. So here we are in plank. Pick your right foot up just about, I don't know, an inch, 2 inches. Don't let your butt sag, okay? Don't let your belly give. Lift it, hold it. Exhale, that right foot down. Pick up your left. Hold it. Breathe. Good, one more. Inhale. Exhale, bring that left foot down. Step into your left hand. Let's take a side arm balance. Just stack your feet. Right arm comes high. Woo. Breathe. If you need to modify, the left knee is down. And then you just step out on the right foot and open. And maybe balance here. Good for you. Exhale it down. Bring the hand down. Let's take a vinyasa. Come down into chaturanga. Through up dog. Whew. Exhale it to downward facing dog. Whew. Push it back. Take a couple of breaths. Good. Whew. And then step or walk or jump your feet up. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Look up to the thumbs. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And again, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, big swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, step or lightly jump back to your push-up position. Hold it. Just hold it for just a moment. Pull the belly in. You can do it. Breathe. Maybe you'll step into your right hand and take a side arm balance to the left. Just take that arm high. Woo. If you need to modify, the right knee came down and you turned off to the side. Brought the arm and the leg up maybe. Whew. And then as you come out of that side arm balance, or modified, whichever you did, step back into plank, chaturanga. Inhale, through up dog or cobra. Lift, exhale, downward facing dog. Push it back, good. From here, we're gonna step the right foot forward, turn the back foot flat, and we're coming into warrior one. Yes. Bend into that front knee. Pin your right hip back and the left hip forward. Pull the belly and zip it right up. Warrior one. Breathe. Good. Take the arms out to the side. Open your heart. See if you can take your gaze up. Interlace the fingers behind. Take your shoulders back. big, wide heart opening. Exhale, humble warrior. Woo. Just bring it forward. Stay in your right knee as best you can. Even go a little lower if you can. Breathe. Good. On your next inhale, start to bring the torso up. Release the hands. Up come the hands. Touch each other. Woo, and make your way to warrior two. Just shift your hips open for warrior two. Everybody good? Yep. Good. Whew. So here we are in warrior two. Gaze is over the right arm. Come deeper into this right knee. A little bit deeper. Your hips should be wide open to this space in front of the hips. Okay, inhale, straighten the right knee. Just lift it. Squeeze the hips so your hips don't move sideways. Exhale, come back into that right knee. Just come into it. Breathe. Inhale, straighten the knee. Lift that right arm high. And then reach out to the front of the room. Find your triangle, wherever that is for you. Take your time with it, please. Shoulders are down your back. Tuck your tailbone. Adjust the hips. See if you can feel strong in the pose. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep inhale. Your gaze should be up or straight out in front of you. And then take your gaze down to that right foot. Focus on that right shoulder for a moment. Take it down your back. Open your heart just a little bit more. Lift. Breathe. Lengthen through the spine. One more deep inhale. Exhale. Take that left hand to the back wall, circle it around, bend into the right knee. Take a chaturanga or step back to dog. Whichever works for you. Lift and take it back. Woo. Take 3 deep inhales and exhales. Walk your feet and breathe. Good. And then we're going to step this left foot forward. Turn the back foot flat and come into warrior one. Good. Bending into the front knee. Stretch through that back leg to the outside of that foot, okay? Hold your warrior one. Pin the left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe. Maybe come a little deeper into that front knee, maybe. Inhale, open the arms. Take them around back. Interlace, bring the shoulders close together. Interlace with the other pinky at the bottom. And then open up the heart once again, lift. And then exhale, come on forward for humble warrior. And breathe into that. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. Pressing into that left foot. Lifting the arms. And on your next inhale, come up. Release the arms about halfway up. Take them all the way up to touch. And then open out for warrior two. Just open the hips and come into warrior two. Stay in this left thigh. Turn on the hamstring as well to help you. Inhale, straighten the knee. Just straighten it up. Keep your hips underneath of you. Try not to punch into or step into a hip. Keep it underneath of you. Exhale, come back into your warrior. 2. Breathe. Gaze, shoulders relaxed. Gaze is out over that left hand. Inhale, let's straighten this left knee. Then we're going to reach. This time you can tilt your hips. Bring that left hand down. Right arm comes high. Make your way into your best triangle, wherever that is for you. Make it comfortable, if that's doable. Shoulders down your back. Your gaze is either straight out or maybe up to the high arm. Breathe. Work your pose. Squeeze your hips and tuck those glutes under. Tuck the tailbone a bit. Pull in the belly and lengthen through the spine. And breathe. Good. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, send your right hand to the back wall, circle it around. Bring your gaze down to your left foot. Hands come either side. Let's take a vinyasa. Or just step back to dog, whichever works for you. Push it all the way back. Take another couple of breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Good. Then step or walk or jump your feet up. Take your feet about hips width apart. Inhale, come up halfway. Look up. Exhale, bending into the knees. We're coming into chair pose. Now we did chair pose seated earlier. Pulling the arms by your ears. Just sit down. Keep your head lifted. You don't want it to get heavy by dropping your chin. Lift it up. Breathe. Good. Another inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands together and drop them down. In Anjali Mudra, take your right elbow across that left knee, pressing into the palms, open the heart, and take a twist. Maybe open the arms here. Breathe. One more inhale. On the exhale, bring the hands together. If you need to straighten the knees, feel free to do that. Otherwise, just switch it to the left, around your right knee. Left elbow, right knee. Twist. Try to keep the knees flush. Maybe open the arms here if you'd like. One more inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down. Straighten the legs. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step or lightly jump back to a push-up position. From here, we're going to come all the way down to the mat. So just work it down. Chin and chest first. Then you can drop the knees and point the toes. Turn your left cheek to the mat. Hands go back. Down your side body. Breathe into your belly, please. Massage that belly. And feel the lift through the kidney area as you breathe. See if we can bring it back to a decent rhythm. Maybe Ujjayi. Good. And then as we're ready, pick that head up. Let's bring the elbows underneath these shoulders. Okay, and take your Sphinx pose. Okay, so elbows are tucked in. Feet go straight back. Maybe bring the feet a little bit closer together. Curl the pelvis under deeply. Curl it. Pull the belly in. Press into those elbows and lift it up for Sphinx. Grow out of the upside of your head. The very top of your head has a string. Lifting and lengthening through the spine. Grab the mat with your fingertips as you press into those elbows. Breathe. Good, one more, deep inhale. On the exhale, put the hands back down your side and turn your right cheek to the mat. Drop your shoulders, wag your tail. Good. One more time, Sphinx. So, inhale, lifting the torso, bring the elbows underneath your shoulders. Shoulders are down the back. And then, as you pull the shoulders down your back, tuck the tailbone, pull the belly, and lengthen through the spine. Sphinx pose. Breathe. One more deep inhale. And on the exhale, this time, let's walk up to the right hand and up to the left hand. No, let's not. Let's stay right on our elbows for a minute, sorry. And then make sure they're tucked right underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. And let's see if we can pick it up to a modified plank. Maybe it's half plank, I don't know. But it feels pretty good. Pick that low back up and breathe. One more inhale. On the exhale, bring the body down, hands come back. Turn your left cheek to the mat and relax. Wag your tail. Try to get hold of your breath. Good. And then from here, we're going to inhale and bring our forehead to the mat. And then on our next inhale, so take a couple of breaths. And on your next inhale then, up come the arms, hands, legs, head, neck, shoulders, reach back. Lift for Shalabhasana. And breathe. Good, one more deep inhale. Exhale, come on down. Right cheek goes to the mat. Relax. Relax your glutes. Wag your tail just a little bit. One more of those, please. Inhale the forehead to the mat. Whew. Bring the feet and legs a little bit closer together. Reach out through the hands, palms up. And then inhale, lifting head, neck, and shoulders, legs, arms. Reach to the back of the room, breathe. One more. And come on down and let your left cheek come to the mat. And wag side to side just a little bit. Whew. From here, bring your right hand up so that you're on your elbow and hand, the forearm. Okay. And then I'd like you to just bend your left knee and reach back with your left hand. Grab your ankle if that's doable for you, or slide it out to the toes And just pull that heel down to your glutes. Pull the left heel towards your left glute. And feel that stretch through your quad. Breathe into it. Stay with it for a few more breaths, please. Make sure you get the best quad stretch ever. And then as you release, very gently allow the foot to come down. Put one hand on top of the other. Forehead comes down to the hands. Wag your tail. And then you're going to come up to the left forearm. And you're going to bend this right knee. And you're going to grab the ankle if it's doable, or even come up to the toes if that's doable. And then just pull it straight down towards your glute. Just pull it and feel the stretch through that quad. Holy mackerel. Squeeze and breathe. You might get it to touch, you might not, but that's okay as long as you're getting the best stretch for you. Another couple of breaths, please. Continue to pull the foot down. And as you're ready, then inhale. And on your exhale, just release the foot. Let it go down very gently. One hand over the other. Forehead comes down. Hold your tail just a little bit. Gosh, I haven't been. It's getting hotter every day out there. That's all I know. I don't do as well in the heat as I used to. Hardly. I hope you guys are okay. Just make sure you have ventilation. Something, some kind of ventilation or a fan. Okay, and then from here, we're going to bend both knees at the same time. Now you can bring the knees a little bit closer together or keep them apart, maybe hips width. Okay, and then you're going to reach back to find the ankles on the right and the left foot. And then flex your feet. Pull the shoulder blades together. Press the ankles into the palms of your hands. As your heart lifts, then pick up the knees. And lift yourself as high as you can. And breathe. Maybe you'll rock. Woo! A little bit more. Good. And then release it all down. One hand over the other. Woo. And relax it down for just a moment. Wag your tail. If you got into your low back there, wag your tail. Well, wag it anyway. It'll just help loosen that up for you. Be ever mindful of that low back while we do this. Little rocking horse. So bend both knees, grab your ankles if you can, and then flex the feet very purposefully. Press the feet, the ankles into the palms of the hands as you lift and take your shoulders back, and then pick up those knees. And maybe you'll rock. Woof. Lifting, breathing. One more deep inhale. Lift. And then come on down. One hand on top of the other. Let your feet just relax. Let your body relax. Breathe. Nice. And from here, we're going to come to our, I'm going to come back to my mat. Come back to your forearms, please. Make sure the elbows are right underneath your shoulders. And then as you press into the elbows and forearms, curl your toes under and pick yourself up into a half bridge. Maybe it's modified. And then start to walk the feet toward your face. And see if you can push into the elbows and find dolphin. Push it back. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Keep pressing and lifting. One more deep inhale. Exhale, let's come down to the knees. Sit back on your heels, point the toes, bring the hands back to the feet, and just curl over your thighs. Make yourself into a little cocoon right here. Relax. Breathe. See if you can get your breath under control as best you can. And we're going to do that one more time. So as you lift your head, you're going to bring the elbows underneath those shoulders once again. Hands go straight out in front of you. And then drop the shoulders away from your ears. And then curl your toes under. Pick your hips up, pressing into the elbows and forearms. Push your hips back. Walk the feet in as close as you can toward your face. And keep pushing back on the hands and elbows. Dolphin pose. Breathe. Keep your head up off the floor. One more. Deep inhale. On this exhale, bend the knees softly to the mat. Point the toes. Bring your hands back to the feet and curl over your thighs. Woo. Let your head relax. Continue to breathe until you get control. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale it out the mouth. And again, into the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let your head drop as low as it will drop. And then as you pick your hips up, let the head go to the mat. And I want you to just roll to the very crown, to the top of your head. And now massage. Massage your crown, the top of your head. We call this bunny rabbit. It's a good massage for your head. Take it the other direction when you want to. And you get the feel for being on the top side of your head without cranking your neck. And when you're ready, just roll back to the forehead first as your hips come down. And then maybe your head has to come up, it won't even be on the mat. And relax. And then we're going to bring the hands forward. We're going to press into these hands and we're going to pull back to downward facing dog. Push it all the way back. Find your best dog. Now we're going to take the right leg straight back and up. And open the hip and let it bend and fall to the left side of the body. Stretch it out. Yep. And then as you pick that leg up, square the hips, bend your knee and come into pigeon. So bring it right straight up to your right hand, your right knee. Adjust your foot where it needs to be. Square your hips. I need to turn a little bit. Square your hips so that they are pretty much square to the front of the room. Okay. Maybe lift your heart. Make sure that left leg is going straight back and the sole faces up. This is your puffy pigeon. Shoulders down your back. Open your heart. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold over that front leg. Maybe come out to your elbows or not. Maybe your hands is the best you can do, and that's fine. But I want you to focus on this right hip. Now, if you've been doing pigeon the same way for the last 2 or 3 months, maybe it's time to change it up just a little bit, which means you sit over to the right of your hip and you adjust where your right foot is and you pull it up maybe even just 1/4 of an inch or maybe a 1/2 inch or whatever, okay, whatever feels good to you. And then re-square those hips. And as you push the hips up to square, you'll feel a little deeper stretch through that right hip. And then as you come down once again, oh boy, breathe into that right hip. Watch the breath as it circles around the hip. Maybe you'll feel a little opening in the hip. The idea is to try and relax the hip. Relax it so that maybe it'll open just a little bit more for you and give you a little more flex. All the fluids are running very smoothly. Make sure that while we stay here, because we're going to stay here about another 30 seconds, make sure that you're okay with that. If your body is already barking at you, you might want to back off a little bit. Sometimes you have to come back to your hands, you know, and maybe re-square. Maybe you can lengthen out some more and come back down. Maybe not. It just depends. You kind of move the body and work it to suit you so that you can actually move your body into the pose the way it feels best for you. Then you can keep this wherever you happen to be. Maybe you're all the way down, maybe. Breathe deeply into that right hip. Maybe you've come all the way up wherever you happen to be. Start to walk the hands so that you can kind of get them underneath your shoulders. Re-square the hips and open your heart. Lift your chin, puffy pigeon. And then as you come down, relax that back foot, curl the toes under, and step it back to downward facing dog. Push it back. Maybe take that right leg up, bend the knee, and then as you bring the knee forward toward your face, take it out to the side and circle it around all the way up and through to the face and up to the side and around and through. Maybe reverse that once or twice even. Make sure all the muscles in there are lubricated nicely. And then that right foot comes down. And then you take the left foot up. Press it up. And then you open your hip. And then you bend your left knee. And you let that foot fall to the right. You might see it hanging underneath your right arm there. And then as you straighten out the leg, square the hips, bend that knee as you pull it into pigeon once again. So the knee comes up to your left hand. You settle into your left hip to bring the left foot up higher or lower or wherever you want to adjust it to. Change your pigeon up a little bit. Once you have the foot where you think you want it to be, square your hips so that you are over the top, squared to the front of the room. Breathe into that left hip. As you open your heart, push into the hands, take your shoulders down your back. Feel the stretch in your right hip flexor. And on the exhale, come on down. Very gently, very mindfully. You can walk the hands in front You can be on your elbows. You can go all the way down to your face if you want. Focus on the left hip. If your left hip is not anchored on the mat, you need a towel or a blanket or something, maybe a block underneath that left hip to lift the floor up to you. Make sure that left hip is anchored one way or another. And then while you breathe, notice the air, how your breath circles in and out of that left hip. See how it feels. And maybe you might back off just a little bit because you're like, oh, that's a little much. Or maybe I can take a little bit more stretch. So I'm just going to push that foot up another ½ inch and re-square my hips over the top. And as I come down again, ooh, a little bit deeper stretch into that left hip. The practice and the idea, the goal here is to try and relax that hip. Don't take your mind off of it. Stay with it. Feel it. Notice what it's doing. Stay with it so that you don't overstretch it. Stay with it so that you don't understretch it. Find the very best place for you to be in your pigeon. And breathe. Stay with it. Make sure your right foot and leg goes straight back. The sole of the foot faces up. The knee is buried on that right leg. Breathe. We'll stay here for another 20 seconds. Breathe into it. Focus on that hip. See how it feels. At any time in this 20 seconds, you can back off. Come back up to your hands or just to your elbows or wherever it feels good to you and reestablish your puffy pigeon. And as you do that, the shoulders go down your back and you lift your heart. Squeeze your hips. Go ahead and squeeze them so you can curl the pelvis under. And then as you come out of this, you bend into these elbows. Bend the back knee to relax that foot, curl it under, and step back to downward facing dog. And push it back. Find your best dog ever. Push your hips back. Let's walk the feet out to the outside edges of the mat. Make sure your hands are out in front of you so that as you press into the hands, you can lengthen through the spine. Tailbone flies. High. Breathe. Legs are Tadasana legs. Engage the kneecaps. Engage the quads. Keep them working. Protect your back. Protect all the joints. And then, as you're ready, you're going to toe heel the hands back towards your feet. Toe heel. Very mindfully shift your weight over your feet. Now we're just going to hang. In a wide-legged Uttanasana, you can grab opposite elbows and hang. This is another complete back body stretch. It's going to feel a little bit different than it did earlier. Maybe shift your weight to the balls of the feet. Maybe shift your weight to the heels of the feet. Breathe. Make sure your head and neck are soft. Yep, and you can wag head. You can shake your head yes, and you can shake your head no. And your shoulders are relaxed. And then hands are going to come down in front. We're going to lift the heart center up and come up halfway. Hold the belly. We're going to spin the toes out, heels in, and we're going to come to squat. Okay, as best you can. You can use a block and sit on a block here if you need to or want to. Take your elbows into those knees and push them back so that the knees are headed towards your pinky toes. And at the same time, your hands come together at Anjali Mudra and you lift through the spine, lift through the top of the head. Very active pose, very strong, deep squat, deep hip opener again. Opposite of what we were just doing, pretty much. Breathe. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your heart center high. At the top of the head, like a string is pulling it up, 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 and away. Breathe. Nice. And as you're ready, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, we're going to bring the hands forward. We're going to walk our feet forward just a bit. Pick your hips up. We're going into crow. So just bend the knees. Knee into the arms. See if you can find your balance for just a few moments or more, whatever works for you. You gotta just keep practicing. It's one of those things. Pull your belly. When you're done with your crow, you can come down to your seat for just a moment. In fact, we can come all the way down to our backs. Oh yeah. Pull the knees in when you're there. You don't have to rush. You can always catch up. And then rock and roll your knees side to side. Go over the top of your sacrum and your spine and your kidneys. Slowly and mindfully. Take your time. Allow yourself to rock just a little bit further and slower after a minute. Just take it as far as you want to go and slow it way down. Stay with you. Just enjoy it. As you come to center, maybe you can grab your wrists or interlace your fingers around these knees and shins. Take a deep inhale. Take your shoulders down your back. Exhale, take your nose to the knees. Squeeze. Inhale, bring it back to the mat. Exhale, nose to the knees. Squeeze. Inhale, bring it back. Let your sacrum go to the mat. One more time. Exhale, nose to the knees. And then you can release this. Allow your feet to come flat to the mat. Nice. Walk the feet to the outer edges of the mat, towards the outer edges, and let your knees fall together for a moment. And we're settling down. So let your body settle. Walk your shoulder blades a little bit underneath your shoulders onto your back so that you don't have any pointy shoulder blades going into the floor. Put them flat on your back. And then take these outer edges of your shoulders and send them down towards the floor as well. You'll get a little heart opening. Your chest will rise and open when you do that. Breathe deeply into your heart center. And start to come into you. and relax into this body. Slow down the breathing. Nice deep inhales and exhales. You have choices here. If there's a pose that we didn't do that you would really like to do today, feel free to do that. If you need a bridge right now, maybe, I'm going to pick the hips up and turn the tailbone under and press the knees away. Lock your shoulders. If you want to have a shoulder stand, feel free to do that. Maybe you just want to do a happy baby. So you separate your knees as wide as they will go. And you flex these feet. And you reach out to the outsides of the feet. And then with your head and neck straight back from your spine, you just pull the feet straight down towards the floor. And then you flatten your sacrum, working the tailbone towards the floor as well. See if you can find your entire spine flat on the mat. Just feel it. And breathe into it. Now, if you were to, let's say, with your arms, pull these feet towards your head, what happens? Your tailbone starts to come up, okay? And then you let the feet come back to where they were, put your tailbone and your sacrum back onto the mat, right? If we were to bring the soles of the feet together over the tops of our face overhead, interlace your fingers around those feet, take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, pull the feet overhead and look through the window as you pick your head up. Stretch that back, stretch your spine. Inhale, let the hips come down, let the head come down, nice and slow. And then as you keep the soles of the feet together, make sure the knees are going out as far as they will, and maybe pull down on the feet. And your knees go out a little bit wider, maybe, but you want to try and keep your sacrum and your tailbone down on this one. And then as you release that, once again, you pull the feet over the top, take a deep inhale, exhale, look through your window, round your back, give it a nice stretch, breathe your way back into a flat back. And if you want to, one more time, take a deep inhale and just pull the feet towards your face. Let the knees go way out to the side. And when you're ready, whatever it is that you're doing, let's take a twist. Let's straighten that left leg out. Right arm goes out to the side. Left hand goes to the outside of the left knee, or the right knee, excuse me. And take a twist. This is a cat stretch here. Nice twist for your spine. Make sure everything realigns. The spine wants to realign itself, maybe. Breathe into this and allow it to be juicy. Allow it to have movement while you breathe. It's okay. You might want to pull the knee a little further away. Take your gaze to the right. And then bring your gaze to the left. Release the knee. Push through the heel of that right foot as you straighten the leg. Bring it all the way up as you flop down on your right hip. And bring that one in. Lengthen it out. Pull this left knee up and in. Lengthen the back of your neck. Left arm goes out, right hand goes to the outside of this left knee, and you pull the knee across your body for twist. Breathe into this. Allow for juice, allow for movement. As you inhale, allow things to move, okay? It should feel wonderful. If it doesn't feel wonderful, we have to change it up. You'll have to ask me about it and we'll do it together. And when you're ready, your gaze has gone over to the left. And you're pulling that knee towards the floor on the right, but not to the floor. And then you're going to take your gaze now to the right and let go of that left knee and push through the heel of the left foot and bring it straight up and then bring both knees in. One more time. Just squeeze it in. Make sure your low back feels good. And when you're ready, Shavasana. Typical Shavasana, you straighten through the legs. And then you make sure that none of the muscles are gripped. You're not holding or gripping anywhere. Allow them to relax through the ankles and the feet, through the calves and the shins, the kneecaps. Relax. Relax the underside of your knees. Relax the thighs, the glutes, and the hamstrings. Relax your pelvis, hips, belly. Come up through the spine, relaxing all the way up to the shoulders, and then take that relaxation out through the shoulders and the arms, out to the sides, very comfortably. Once again, make sure your shoulder blades are not poked into you or the mat, but they're flat on your back as best you can. Chin is tucked. The neck is long and it curves away from the mat, your neck. Don't let your chin drop and be on your neck. Be on the back of the head. Soften your face. Ungrip your jaw. Let your teeth separate. Lie the tongue down just behind the teeth. As you open out your lips. Don't skip this part. Very important to your well-being. That you're able to drop into this relaxation. Scan your body and see how it feels. Make sure you're not gripping. Begin to bring your attention out to very gently rock your head side to side. As you wake up the fingers and toes, put the movement into them. Maybe take your arms overhead, take a deep stretch, arms overhead. Just stretch it out, just like you're waking up in the morning. Oh. And then you could bend your knees and maybe rock over to one side or the other. Use your arm, one of your arms as a little pillow. And only when you're ready, you continue rolling until both hands can help you up to an easy seated position. Take your time, please. It doesn't matter which direction you end up. Just find your seat. Keep your eyes gently closed if that's possible. And once you're up, bring your hands together at your heart center. Touch the thumbs right into the sternum. Drop your shoulders. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, bow your head. Now scan your body and see how you're feeling. And thank yourself for being here today. I thank you for being here today. Know that this is one of the best things you can do for yourself. Very healthy practice, yoga. Helps you to be mindful, be present. Helps you to ungrip muscles that maybe you unconsciously even grip. Lubricates the body, soothes the mind, stills your heart. Take a moment with me, please. Send out your love and your thoughts and prayers to the people on this planet that are suffering. Send them your highest vibration for peace and love and compassion. Thank you. The divine light within me honors the divine light within you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much. I hope you have the best Wednesday ever. You okay?
I don't know.
Isn't that fun?
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's a good one. Nice and energetic, right? Oh my goodness.
Yes, thank you so much.
You are very welcome. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, let's see you too.
Yeah, I can't wait till we all get to meet in the studio again. Won't that
I
be
know,
good?
right?
Yeah, it looks like we might be headed that direction. I just hope we don't do it too soon.
Yeah.
That's my fear.
Yeah, well, be safe.
You too.
Okay, have a great day. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Whew.